What do you think about Moscow? Do you like it?
I love Moscow. Yeah, it's a great place. It reminds me of New York City a lot. You guys have better McDonald's menu though, and I think a lot more to see. I love that there's a big river going through the city. That's pretty cool.
What sites did you see your last time in Moscow?
I went to see the Kremlin and a lot of nightclubs.
Nightclubs?
Yes.
Like Maxim Bar?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What gifts did you bring to your kids from Moscow?
Oh, I brought like this really cool. It was like a snow. It's like a little snow globe, and you turn it upside down. And
with Kremlin?
it was the Kremlin. Yes.
Inside?
Yes, the Kremlin was inside.
Is Glover Texeira easy opponent for you?
No, I don't think Glover's an easy opponent. No, he's beat the last 20 people he's fought on, and that's gonna stop with me. But it also is gonna be a tough task for me, I'm sure.
Have you asked Ruslan this time not bring your opponent this event?
No, I haven't asked him. I hope he didn't do that, like he did last time. But it was really cool that I got to meet Gustaffsson at the last Legend fights. We shook hands, we took pictures, and we actually started our Twitter war at the last Legend fight. So I was glad that I got to meet him way before the fight and this, situation.
Gustafsson will fight with Jimmy Manoa. Will he fight with him for recover self-confidence after a fight with you?
That's funny.
Maybe.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about Jimmy. I hear he's a great athlete. I hear he has really good stand-up fighting. But I don't know much about him. I hope he makes it competitive with Gustafsson. He may even beat Gustafsson. Who knows? Either way, I'm predicting that I'll be fighting Gustafsson again in the future, one way or another. We're both 26. We're both really starting our careers out, so we'll be going at each other for many years to come, and I've already accepted that. I'm excited about it.
Is it true that you didn't train for fight with Gustafsson as hard as for fight with previous opponent?
It's not necessarily true that I didn't train as hard. I just didn't have as good of a camp. I felt like I was off. I had a lot of things that I normally do wasn't going the way I wanted them to go. So I just felt off. I just felt off my game. At the same time, I'm not going to make any excuses. Gustafsson, he did his part. He showed up well-trained, in great shape, ready to win a championship. So I will say, yes, I was a little bit below what I know I'm capable of. And I believe Gustafsson performed at a high level. So hats off to him.
What was wrong with camp?
What was wrong with my camp in my last fight? Everything was off. Everything was off. Normally I train 4 times every day except for Saturdays and Sundays. This time I trained twice. And some days I would make it in 3, 3 in a day. But for the most part I was training twice a day, which is not my norm. Normally I like to go shooting. I would always find time to go to the range and go shooting. It was my biggest way to blow off steam or to think. And this time I couldn't go shooting. I just couldn't find time. I always felt like I was behind schedule for some reason. A lot of little things, like my body fat. Normally I'm down 4 weeks before the fight. I'm really ripped and strong and stuff. This time I didn't get ripped up until a week before the fight. 2 weeks before the fight is when I finally started realizing that I was really physically fit. Just a lot of things, a lot of little things. Like I said, I'm not gonna make excuses because I hate when people make excuses, right? If you lost, you lost. I actually won the fight, but I know myself, my trainers know myself, and my fiance, we all know how I operate, and we all know that I was off my game. So the fact that I beat an inspired, motivated Gustafsson at the peak of his motivation, and I was off my game and I still won, I believe when I come next time 100% on my game, feeling great about my camp, I think I'm going to dominate him. I really do. I believe it with all my heart.
Did you really fight with gangsters in New York?
Gangsters?
Okay.
Oh, yes. Someone was robbing a woman and her husband, and I caught the guy who robbed them and held them down and waited for the police to come. That was a few years ago, right before my championship fight. I'm really glad I went through that. It was a cool situation. No one got hurt, and there was justice served, so it was a good situation. What's up, guys? This is the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Jones, and you guys are watching For Blood, For Sweat. Check us out. Do it again. Do it again. Ready?